husky. Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's here.
It's a brand new day, never hold on to hate, cause you was placed here to be great. Please take your place, all queens got a seat at my table, cause without y'all, then the man ain't able. Melanated queen, connected to the universe, and so I gotta thank my mom for my birth. If hate is the curse, then love is the remedy. So I send you love no matter creed or identity, until infinity, look at you like you kin to me. Even when we disagree, yo, you still kin to me. In other words, I can't bring you no trouble, can't bring you no beef. Don't wanna see you.
All right, y'all know what to do. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. Uh-oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Y'all bear with me for a second. We gonna get it together in here. There we go. Shout out to everybody who's in the building. Good to see y'all in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully we're good. I think we're good in here. And let me double check and make sure that all the sound is right. Okay, I see the ones coming in. There we go. And we'll double check and make sure we're looking good. Oh, there we go. Looking all crispy and clean on the screen. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE Beats of ClassEbeats.com. Today, we're getting back into some more of this YSL trial. We've got round 2, or day 2, I should say, of our questioning, or the prosecution's questioning of Mooktoon, aka Antonio Sledge. So it's going to be interesting. I already have some crazy things going on, but let me say what's up to the chat. Good to see everybody in here this morning. And y'all see the message at the bottom of the screen. Y'all know SLAT really stands for self-love all the time, okay? Shout out to SLAT. We've got Young Dreads is up in here. Excuse me. Lauren's in the building. Good to see you. We've got Rachel Ferguson is in the building. We've got Valencia is in here as well. We've got Susan in the building. Good to see you. Who else? I've got Rashida is in the building too. We've got one of our amazing resident attorneys. Kel Bell is in here. Good to see you, Kel. Deshaun is in the building. Nicholas is in here. Nikki. Hold on a second. Nikki Copeland? Now, Miss Copeland, I gotta ask you. I had to pause the music. Who your people is, Miss Copeland? I see some of y'all be creeping in here. I gotta make sure who you belong to, Mrs. Copeland. Thank you for being here, though. Shout out to Nikki. We got Kirsty Ann is up in here. I think I said what's up to Rachel. I'll say what's up again just in case. We've got Taran is in the building too. Good to see you. Sean, Patty, Mark, Bridgetta, Donkey's Noggins up here. McKinley's in the building. Lynn says, good morning. I appreciate y'all liking the video. We've got James is in here. Chad, Danita. Oh my gosh. We've got Nick Poole is in the building. I'm gonna get through everybody. Dennis is in here. We also have Farmer is in the, I missed it. Hold on. Where'd it go? We've got Farmer in the building. There it is. Shout out to Farmer. We've got Lil Am Scott. Chef Russ Carter is in here as well. Salute, sir, and thank you for your service. Keela is back in here. Randall King, Goner Dang, Rachel, Jennifer, Lavisa is in here as well. John, salute, and thank you for your service as well. Mrs. Murphy. We've got Vonnie, my dog. Henry Resilient is in here. He said that's Woody's sister. Nikki, who your people is? Hey, listen. Y'all don't be coming over here spying. Shout out to Nikki. Young is in the building too. Shout out to Young. Andrea is in here. We've got Mr. Brown is back. Floyd, the real deal. Neil. We've got Andrea. Oh, from the UK. Shout out to the UK in here. We ain't got no quit. That's a dope name. I like that. Teresa, Lulu, Tanya, Kels, KD, Top Shelf Gutta, my dog up in here. Shout out to Top Shelf ENT. Mark is in the building as well. Good morning, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Court is already underway. But before we do, I have to ask you all one favor. I'm going to beg for this throughout the show. If you could do me a favor, And make sure you like the video on your way in. It is the #1 way you can support the show. It's free, and it lets the YouTube algorithm know that you guys are enjoying the show, and it shares it with more people. So if y'all could do that for me, take 2 seconds and just click the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone who's in here. Jonah is in the building. He says, I'm a veteran as well. Okay, shout out to all the veterans in the building. We got a few of them in there. We got Jonah, John, Chef Russ Carter, Summers in the building. Only Keys is up in here. Good to see you. JC is back. Jilly is in the building. JPC says good morning. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. We're already starting the morning off with a little bit of drama. I'm not going to get into the drama too much. Because I got to do some more research, but we may talk about that at a later point. Make sure y'all like the video on your way in if you could. Judge Whitaker's over there talking to the bailiff. There are some rumors going around that a juror might be watching the YouTube videos. Shocker. I know. But we're not going to go into that today. I still have some research we have to do. And thank you to everybody who's been mentioning it in the comments and all that as well. He said day 2 of ass testimony. Yeah. Jay-Z's up in here. Good morning, Jay-Z. Good to see you. And the sound is going to be messed up a little bit to start. So y'all just bear with me. It gets better as we go on.
Good morning, Mr. Sledge.
Good morning.
Yesterday, while we were talking, you said that, rather, did you testify that YSL was a neighborhood gang?
Sustained.
We're starting the day off with an objection. Y'all see this? Gonna be a long day.
Up on that. Did Thug's music career give the gang YSL any national attention?
Overruled.
No, his music didn't get a game. I said no.
Now, when you joined
I'm fixing the volume
YSL
right now.
gang
Thank you,
in
Henry.
2012, would you tell the jury
Should be good now.
what things you did with the gang?
You keep making it seem like it's a game, Miss Love. It's not a game.
There she is. Amy's in
It's
the building.
just a group of people that know each other. It wasn't like a game.
Are you saying that what you said yesterday regarding YSL starting out as a neighborhood gang is now something that you want to take back?
I missed the
You have to let me
Okay.
finish, okay? Are you saying that what you said yesterday regarding YSL starting out as a neighborhood gang is now something that you want to testify differently about?
No, what I really was saying yesterday, Miss Love, you know what I was saying yesterday, that we're not a gang.
Morning, Jennifer.
I explained to you yesterday why we couldn't be a gang, but we were some neighborhood people that hung together.
Shout out to the cameraman
Is it
putting in
fair
work.
to say that you considered yourselves a gang, regardless of what the legal definition is, back in 2012?
Overruled.
Also, Jeff, Your Honor, consider ourselves if it's too broad. You speak for your own observation.
Well, he overruled.
Repeat it.
Is it fair to say that back in 2012,
Good morning,
regardless
Elizabeth.
of what the
AM.
legal definition of gang is, that you considered yourselves a gang, a neighborhood gang?
Not us,
When you spoke yesterday about YSL starting out as a neighborhood gang,
But
at that time, did you consider yourselves being YSL in 2012 a gang, regardless of the legal definition?
Yeah,
You can say-
YSL is not a gang. Everybody said that.
I'm going to object to they, regardless of a legal definition. I have no idea what the man's talking about, so I object to the question. That's before the debate ends.
Overruled.
You may answer.
Could you repeat it?
Yes. When you spoke yesterday of YSL starting out in 2012 as a neighborhood gang, did you consider yourselves, that is YSL, a gang, regardless of the legal definition of gang?
No, ladies, stop asking the same question. Let me make sure my mic's good too.
I don't know why she's adding that part. And frankly, he testified yesterday already.
Okay.
So
All right.
let's move on.
All right.
Jeez.
What types of things did YSL do together back in 2012?
Barbecue, hung out together, played basketball.
Was everyone that you hung out with YSL?
No.
How did you distinguish your friends who were YSL from the friends who were not?
Like I told you yesterday, Ms. Love, anyone and anybody in the world can say they was YSL.
Back in 2012, how did you distinguish? Because just now, did you testify that all of your friends were not YSL?
Morning, Laura.
I didn't distinguish because I didn't really understand in 2012 it was illegal to be a gang.
Renee, good morning.
Mr. Sledge, do you understand that I'm not asking you about legal or legalities or legal definitions? I'm simply talking about your understanding. Do you understand that?
What's up,
My
Sean?
understanding was just gang can be a group of people that hang around each other.
All right. And so how did you identify the friends of yours who were YSL as opposed to the friends who were not? How did you distinguish between those two groups of people?
How's my mic sound?
Personally, I never, that was something I never even worried about, ever thought about.
Then why did you just tell the jury that not all of your friends were YSL?
You asked the question, I answer your question.
Okay.
All of them wasn't YSL.
How did you
Some of them never even, can I finish? Some people that I hung around would never ever probably say YSL.
Okay.
They probably didn't know the group of people that I knew.
What group of people made up YSL that you knew back in 2012?
Well, I wasn't around when it was made up. Certain people were saying it, and
Thank you, Syndicated
I started
News.
saying it.
You're excellent.
What did you do to rep YSL in 2012?
It is, Kel.
I really, you lost me because you saying rep is like broadcasting it.
Represent.
Yeah, nothing.
How did you identify yourself as a member of YSL back in 2012?
I don't know, Ms. Love. I'm be honest with you, I don't know.
How did your friends who were YSL back in 2012, how did they identify themselves as YSL that you were able to see?
I know. I'm a chill, Randall. Don't worry.
Some people just say YSL.
Good morning, Amanda.
Is that the only way?
Well, to be honest, I seen people do the little handshakes and stuff that's just a handshake. That's just something that we go by saying, basically we love each other.
Did you use the word slapped?
Yes,
And what does that stand for?
I ain't never knew what it stand for, Ms. Love.
As far back as 2012, you were using it.
I never knew what SLAC stand for.
How did you use it?
When I see my brother, I'm like, that's love, SLAC. And hug you and keep going, however it go. I never used it like for the purpose of
I typed the definition for slat in the chat room.
like that. I just SLAC. When I see my brother that I love, I say SLAC and keep going.
Did you ever understand it to mean slime love all the time?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
I
self-love
didn't come up
all
with
the
the
time.
word, so I didn't know it say that.
Okay.
I didn't know it mean that. I'm sorry.
Did you refer to yourselves or did you use the word slime in 2012 as a member of YSL?
I don't recall.
Good morning, Amanda.
Do you use the word slime now?
Yes.
Okay. And when you use the word slime now, do you recall how long you've been using it?
No, I don't recall how long I've been using it, but I see people right now that's not YSL, and I said, "What's up, slime?" It's just a slang word for the streets too.
Is there any reason that you would not have been using it in 2012?
No, I just don't recall if I used it in 2012. That's so long ago, Ms. Law. That's what? How long that is? 12 years or something, whatever. Yeah, that's a long time ago. To remember a word if you use it or not.
Okay.
It's a word.
All right. You said yesterday that Mondo claimed to have started YSL.
Go ahead. I thought you was finished. Go ahead.
And Your Honor, there is an echo. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It's on this. It's echoing on this computer too. Yeah, it's this. I don't know.
Would Your Honor mind if I just muted it?
Yeah, that might cure it. Yeah. Hey, move that. Turn that around. What?
Oh.
Come around to where he is and do it. Oh. Is it muted? You're fine. You can
Okay.
stand.
It's muted.
Is it muted?
Yeah, I think so. Somebody was asking about the issue here. I think the only issue is you could see it's showing the Zoom call, and I think it probably shows everybody who's on the Zoom.
Oh. Is it muted? You're fine. Turn that around.
Yeah, so right there, you could probably see some names. I don't know if it shows the names of the jurors. I don't know what it shows, but if you were to zoom in here and enhance this, you could probably see some names of people. There's a way to go frame by frame. Let's see. Just Whitaker's like, hey, turn that around.
Come around to where he is and do it. Oh.
Miss Love jacking up the whole trial. She saw it. She said, oh.
Is it muted?
Oops.
You're fine.
Okay.
Is it muted?
There's some people on the Zoom watching via Zoom. Yeah. So that's the only issue I could think of. I don't know. Maybe y'all are hearing something else.
Go ahead. Thank you. My apologies. You said yesterday that Mondo claimed to have started YSL. To your knowledge, did
What's up, Tesla?
a person by the name of Walter Murphy, who also answers to DK, ever also claim to have founded YSL?
I don't know how I knew Mondo because it was on the internet, but DK never ever said to me he started or founded YSL.
How familiar are you with DK?
I never really hung around him like that, but I know of him. Like, me and him didn't have a personal relationship to where me and him hung together every day, or I seen him every day.
Okay. Do you know DK to be YSL?
I heard him say it.
Do you consider him a member of YSL?
I can't answer that question for DK.
I'm not asking about DK. I'm asking if you recognize him as a member of YSL.
No.
Have you ever recognized DK as a member of YSL?
I don't know if I could say what I wanted to say.
Say that again?
I said I don't know if the answer I want to give you, could I say it?
Is it the truth?
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the
Okay.
truth.
So is it responsive to the
Sister love
question,
always
have you
trial
ever
try.
considered DK to be a member of YSL? Is it?
No,
in
you
res-
said something different last time. You said something like, did I ever notice or know if something was DKYSL or something you said? You switched it up.
YSL is a record label.
Can you answer whether you ever considered DK to be a member
I said
of
no to
YSL?
that answer already.
Okay. And what about Trontavia Stevens? Have you ever known him to be recognized as a founder of YSL?
I didn't know he was a founder, but I have heard him say YSL.
Is he one of the members of YSL that you recognized as YSL in 2012?
I think so.
Was that before a record label named YSL formed?
Well, by my knowledge, when I first heard of YSL, that's what it supposed to be, but it wasn't what you want to say legal yet, copyrighted yet.
What are you saying?
That was the whole attention. My understanding for YSL when he started saying YSL.
Who is he?
She's really trying to get him to
Stevenson.
paint the picture of the gang.
There was a couple of guys that rap. I don't remember all their names.
So when you testified yesterday that YSL started out as a neighborhood gang, and then later Jeffrey Williams formed a label called YSL, is that any different than what you're saying today?
No, I know Jeffrey Williams started a company called YSL.
Okay.
I know that much.
All right. And is that what you are referring to that you were a part of in 2012?
In 2012.
He already answered this. I know the answer. Most of us in the chat know the answer. He started working as security. It's not that complicated.
Yes.
You were a
For the
part of
company.
Jeffrey Williams' company in 2012.
No, he wasn't. Ms. Lord, come on now. I just said he wasn't. He was saying that our belief is when Jeffrey Williams started rapping, he was going to be famous.
Morning, Alex.
That was our expect. And then he started saying, I'm going to do a label called YSL.
When you refer to our, who are you talking about?
I'm saying when he talked to me about it, me and his conversation, put it like that, I'm sorry about me and Jeffrey Williams conversation, he was telling me he was going to do the label called YSL.
And was Jeffrey Williams the head or the founder of the group you referred to yesterday that started in 2012 as a neighborhood gang?
No, not that I know of. Not my understanding, not from my understanding.
Did Jeffrey Williams, to your understanding, have anything to do with that group that started as a neighborhood gang in 2012?
Thank you, Red Bunny
He used to
Classic.
be around, but I can't say to be honest with you, I can't say that he probably was repping a game. I can't say that because he had been rapping for a minute. So I can't answer that question.
Do you know or can you
Tyrese, good
answer
morning.
whether Jeffrey Williams, have you ever seen him rep that group you talked about, the two guns stood for yesterday, Sex, Money, Murder?
I don't think I was really around. I probably seen it on a picture. I seen it on a picture, but I don't know if he was part of that because if he was, I wasn't there when he became it. So I seen a picture probably, I think.
Okay. Now, when you started out the answer just now, you said, I don't think I was around. What was the rest of that?
I'm saying I wasn't actually I knew him, but
Yeah, she's reaching.
me and him see each other in the park and stuff like that.
Yesterday, did you tell me that you had known, did you tell the jury that you had known him since 2009? That don't got nothing to do with me being around. Just because I know you, that don't mean I have to be around you every day to know you. That's what I'm saying. How often were you around Jeffrey Williams between 2009 and 2012?
Whenever I went to Cleveland Avenue and he was in the park.
And how often would you say that was?
I can't say because sometimes he wouldn't even be in the park. So I can't say that.
Okay. And DK, how often were you around DK during that same time frame?
I probably seen DK every now and then, but I wasn't never really around DK.
And the whatever it was that you wanted to say about DK earlier.
The longest I've been around DK is when we was incarcerated in the same cell.
Okay. To your knowledge, is DK signed as an artist under YSL?
Not that I know, but I know DK used to rap.
And to your knowledge, is Tick signed as an artist under YSL?
Not to my knowledge, but he used to rap too.
Do you know
Good morning,
Defendant
Christy.
Williams to ever have recognized someone other than himself as a founder of YSL?
No.
Okay. I want to show you what has already been admitted as State's Exhibit.
She doesn't know the exhibit.
Have you ever had a dream that you
State's
you had
exhibit.
you could
Oh,
do
there it goes. Oh, she
Bravo.
finally got it 10. Let's give her a round of applause. State's Exhibit 10. Here we go. What's up, Chico? Darcy, I see you. State's Exhibit. What's up, Big Jim? MH Cassidy, good to see you. Patty's up in here. Where'd she go?
All right, could we blow it up? And could we zoom in on the picture, the face? Do you recognize the person shown in 10 Uniform Bravo?
Yes.
Okay. Could you scroll up to the caption and make it larger? Make it a little bit larger.
What's up, drama
Yeah,
baby?
I can't see that.
Are you able to read the text at the very bottom of that exhibit?
It say YSL Slime Life Hated Baby, original slime slug.
Okay.
Him and I are the, I
morning,
don't see
Christine.
nothing else.
Okay. Have you ever seen that post?
What's up,
Yeah,
Freddie?
no, since you showed it to me.
Prior to now.
Yeah.
You've seen it before now?
No.
Okay.
Just now. But anyone could have posted that. That don't mean like you, like somebody could post something on my account. That don't mean Miss Love can post. That don't mean I posted it.
Whose account do you believe that that's posted on?
I seen it say Thugger Thugger or something like that. But what I'm saying is, I have a daughter that posts on my account every day. What I'm saying is, that don't mean Mr. Jeffrey Williams is the one that made that post.
Do you know anything about his Instagram account or who makes posts on it
I don't see
personally?
Personally, like since I've been around, I don't seen a lot of like his secretary post stuff on his page and different people share passwords and be on share pages. From my knowledge, that's what I know.
Have you ever seen him take something down that he didn't want
Thank you,
posted on his
Kyrese.
account?
I just said the
No.
same thing.
So if someone posted something, he always just keeps it up there.
I don't know.
They be sitting up there
Dang.
letting these guys just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. What's up, Elaine? Freddie, I see you. I said
Now,
the same thing, Kyrese.
Do you still claim to be a part of the YSL that you said you joined in 2012?
I don't claim nothing right now but me.
Okay. When did you stop claiming YSL?
I don't recall what year it was, Miss Love.
Do you recall what you were doing or what was happening around that time?
No, I don't recall.
Do you recall what made you stop?
Some things you just outgrow, me, love.
What was it that you outgrew?
I outgrow ripping anything.
Now, when you say you outgrow repping anything, what exactly are you talking about?
I'm saying anything. Neighborhoods, Zone 3. I used to say all that. Zone 3. I don't rep a lot of things, but I outgrow.
It's like, man, they're just waiting for them. Like, please say something so I can please say something so I can take a different line of questioning because I don't know what I'm doing. And Michi said it. She said, I agree. The witnesses are running the trial. I've never seen the legal team have no control. Stacy said, like you said yesterday, ClassE, the witnesses are running the court. Like, it's weird to watch.
Bro, on 3.
Exactly are you talking about?
I mean, you don't have to treat them
I'm
as if
saying
they're hostile,
anything.
but
Neighborhood,
answer the question.
Zone 3. I used to say all that. Zone 3. I don't rep a lot of things, but I outgrow just doing whatever you do.
What made you outgrow YSL?
No personal reason.
You mentioned hand signs or shakes with YSL that you became a member of in 2012. Were you wiping your nose? Were YSL members wiping their nose?
I wipe my nose. I can't speak for anyone else.
Were you wiping your nose in 2012 as part of YSL?
I don't recall. That's so long ago, my Lord. Let's try to get on 2012. So long ago, I don't remember nothing from 2012. That's a long time ago.
When did your memory of anything from 2012 go away?
That ain't. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you remember things from 2012 yesterday?
No, you showed me, and I told you that 2012 that I was what you call. I don't remember nothing from 2012.
Okay. And did you talk with anyone about your
Right to left
testimony
or left
from
to right?
yesterday?
No.
Were you wearing a red shirt when you wiped
Did you
your
ever
nose?
rep Summerhill?
I used to be in Summerhill. My father from
way?
Summerhill.
Okay. Did you ever rep it?
Yes, when I was a child. When I was younger, I used to stay with my father in Summerhill.
Did you ever rep Nine Deuce?
Well, I never been 9 Deuce, so no, I never rep 9 Deuce.
Did you ever rep Crips?
No.
Did you ever rep Famerica?
Famerica?
Yes.
No, I never hung with Famerica.
Okay.
And then she's going to say, is YSL a gang?
What were some of the,
What are we
would
doing
you show
here,
the
man?
jury how it is that you wipe your nose when you said that's the symbol that you use?
I prefer not to wipe my nose, Ms. Love. My nose not itching right now.
Do you only wipe your nose when it's itching?
When they running too.
Is the only time that you wipe your nose when it's running
No, Ms.
or
Love.
itching?
No.
Would you please then tell the jury when the other times are that you wipe your nose?
Michelle said I better stop. Michelle, I stay in the
I
house. I'm
just
not
wipe
worried.
now.
Okay.
I'm not worried about wiping
And
my nose.
is that something that you were doing back in 2012 as a member of YSL?
I don't recall about 2012.
The places I go, Michelle, you can stop at the stoplight. I don't.
When
I don't
did
hang around
you
those places
start
anymore.
talking with Jeffrey
I'm good.
Williams about YSL?
I can't really remember, Ms. Love. It's been so long ago, Ms. Love. We were all young. It's been so long ago. I can't remember when specifically, when we had these conversations.
What were the conversations?
He was just,
Allegra
when he
gang.
started rapping, he was just saying like, when I get famous, he used to say Lil Wayne was his idol. When he gets famous, he was gonna start, if it go the way it's supposed to go, he was gonna start his label called YSL.
Did he tell you why he was going to name it YSL?
No, he never told me that. But I actually knew what YSL supposed to stand for, Young Stoner Life, at the time.
Did you ever call it Young Stoner Life back in 2012 when it was a neighborhood gang?
Yes.
Did you ever call it Young Slime Life?
Yeah, I said that too.
Okay. And when you were talking with defendant Jeffrey Williams about YSL, did he as well refer to it as Young Slime Life?
He never said that to me.
Have you ever heard him refer to it as Young Slime Life?
No.
Have you
I
ever
don't
heard
even know what to
defendant
ask
Jeffrey
at this
Williams
point.
call someone else slime?
He don't call me slime before.
He has?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. This line of questioning has got to be the worst I've ever seen. Like, we're going not even in a big circle. We're just going in the same circle. And she's trying to fit. Oh, when you were with the gang, or was it gang? Did he wipe his nose? Did you wipe your nose? Did you guys have a special handshake? Did y'all ever drink smart water at the same time? Did you ride in the same car? Did y'all have an Uber driver together? What? I can't. Oh. I don't even know what to ask y'all. Who's Randy's? We need to get a poll going. I don't even know what to ask at this point. Javier LaFleur said these witnesses for the state are garbage. I can't.
And who
keep
is
this
it that
going,
he
man.
is? How does he use that term, to your knowledge?
I just told you, when they see me, it be like, what's up, slime? We normally don't do a handshake. He nubble, hug me, and bump heads with me.
Okay.
If
And
you
when
go to high school reunion, that's a gang.
you spoke about working as head of security for the record label that is owned by defendant Williams, how familiar were you with the record label itself?
Thank you, record
How
label.
familiar with I was?
Finally.
Yes.
God dang.
Well, you knew I knew the manager and stuff like that.
Who was the manager?
He ain't on his trial, my love. I'd rather not say his name.
Who was the manager, please?
I know him by G-Off.
Uh-oh.
G-Off.
Geoff?
Yes.
Zyrtec
Do you
gang.
know his full given
know
name?
I don't know his government name. I don't try to learn people government name. People that I know in this courtroom, I just learned their government name by you putting it on the document.
Did Geoff sign your checks?
We answered this question yesterday. I told you they sent it straight to my account.
Did you ever see a physical check?
No.
Did you listen
Thank
to
you,
defendant
Shadow
Williams'
Fox.
music that he made under that record label he talked to you about years ago?
I listened to his music way before he became up under that label, too.
How often do you listen to his music?
I listen to his music every day now.
Are you familiar with all of his songs?
A lot of them.
Okay. Do you hear references to Young Slime Life in those songs?
Yeah, in the song.
Okay. And how does he reference Young Slime Life in the songs that you've heard?
What you mean?
Just that.
Huh?
Exactly.
Could you
what I said.
repeat? Could you repeat it?
How does defendant Williams reference Young Slime Life? How does he use it in his songs?
You gotta ask Mr. Williams that, because I don't know how he represented in the song. I just hear him say slime in the song. He right there, you can ask him.
Now, when I'm speaking to you and I'm asking you about listening to his music, and you said that you did and you listened to it a lot, how have you heard it used in his songs?
I don't know, Miss Love.
Is it that you don't know or you don't want to say?
What you
So
mean? I
asking
can't say
dumbass
slime in the
Ooh.
song. I just told you that. What other way you want me to say it? I'm telling you, I done heard him say it in the song, but I don't have a song refer in my mind that I could just say. I have to listen to it. I'm not good with, like, if the song not on, I might not even know the words to the song.
Do you remember any of his songs that you know the words to?
Television, you're correct.
No, not right off the top of my head.
Y'all know how long wiping your
Have
nose
you
has been around?
ever heard Jeffrey Williams claim to have started Young Slime Life?
We already answered that question. I said I never heard him. He never said it to me. I don't know what he said to someone else. I said it to me.
All right. Are you familiar with a group called Raised on Cleveland or Rock Crew?
I heard about it, but I'm not familiar with Raised on Cleveland. I heard about the Rock Crew. I heard Jay-Z claim the Rock Crew.
Have you ever heard a Cleveland Avenue group refer to itself as Raised on Cleveland or Raised on Cleveland?
I got you, Ty.
Raised on Cleveland.
Have you ever heard Raised on Cleveland refer to itself as Raised on Cleveland, replacing the C with a B?
Maybe.
Do you remember where you might have heard it?
Just in the streets, people said it, like on Cleveland Avenue. I don't hear it like. No, I'm not from Cleveland, so
I can't to wipe his nose.
But I have heard people say it.
Yesterday, you talked about meeting a number of people on Cleveland Avenue. So how frequently did you find yourself on Cleveland Avenue back in 2012?
I just told you I can't remember now from 2012 how often I used to be over there. I can't tell you.
Welcome, Debbie.
Do you remember anything from 2015?
What's up, Whitney?
Yes.
Okay. Did you go on Cleveland Avenue in 2015?
Layla, what's
I
up?
won't say I stayed on Cleveland Avenue in 2015. Well, off of Cleveland Avenue. It wasn't on Cleveland Avenue.
Chris, I see you, Chris.
And when you heard people refer to Raised on Cleveland, have you also seen it abbreviated as ROB?
No, I used to see ROC.
Okay. Have you heard Jeffrey Williams reference Sex, Money, Murder in any of his songs that he's made under his record label?
Yes, I heard I think I heard in the song. I'm not for sure.
Lots of people have mentioned it in
Have you heard any songs with lyrics ROB, SMM, now we YSL?
I don't recall that song.
Have you heard any song where Defendant Williams says slime thugger with it, slime DK with it, slime wicked with it, slack?
I most definitely heard of that song.
What's the name of that song?
I don't know the name of the song, but I know the song.
So do you recall that first line that I asked you about being a part of that same song?
You know the name of the song.
You said me? Being a part of that song?
No.
Oh, okay.
The line ROB, SMM, now we YSL.
I never caught that part.
You never caught that part?
No, but I caught the part where you say what you said, slime, DK. I know that part.
I want to play it too, but
Did
I'm
we
not going
see
to.
a
Copyright's
caption
gonna
that
get me.
you made under a post yesterday that said YSL won't fold?
Yes.
Is that also a line from one of the Defendant Williams songs?
I don't remember, but if on my basis it might be, I don't know.
Have you heard Defendant Williams referencing pick his ass off the balcony?
All music is entertaining, so he probably did say it in his song, but it's only entertainment. That don't mean what he rapping about in the song got to be something he doing.
Okay.
Anyone doing.
Did you understand me to be asking about what he was doing or what
I'm
the
just
song
saying,
was?
that's what the song say, but that's your basic you trying to get at. I ain't retarded. I know your basic you trying to get at now.
Now, why do you suppose that you know my basis? Why are you answering questions in that way?
I don't know. I don't recall.
Do you recall hearing Defendant Williams referencing YSL Wipe a Nigga Nose in one of his songs?
Oh, she said the N-word.
It's a song.
Touche, who are you talking to?
What did you understand that line in the song to mean?
I don't know. But my understanding, I just thought it was entertaining words, rhymes that go together. That's my understanding of it.
Okay.
You got proof? You got proof?
Now, have you ever appeared in any videos that were posted online with Defendant Williams talking about testifying in court?
You said a video?
Starfly said
Yes.
that y'all finessing.
I never seen me in a video with me and Jeffrey Williams talking about testifying in court.
Before yesterday, did an investigator, Lancico, meet with you, your attorney, and me outside of Fulton County several weeks ago?
Right.
And were you asked about a video that referenced testifying in court?
And I told you about that video.
What did you say?
That's Jeffrey Williams in the video. That's what I told you. You don't see me in a video.
Did I show you that video?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I'm not for sure.
Did I
don't
have a
recall.
computer with me?
You did have your laptop with you, Ms. Love. Yeah, laptop and your phone with you.
Is it your testimony today that I opened up that laptop and pulled up a
I
video?
never said you opened it up. And of course, I seen the video all over the internet.
So
I didn't say you opened it up, but you brought it to my attention at the meeting that Jeff Williams and me in the video. And I told you, you don't see me in a video.
let me ask you this. Did the question come to you, are you familiar with the video, or do you recall Jeffrey Williams' name being mentioned?
I don't recall.
What's your point?
Was
I
lady?
don't remember.
Was it not you who said that wasn't me?
I still say it's not me. If you can't, I said it wasn't me because I don't see me in the video. So I don't know if I was there for the video or I wasn't. So I'm telling you it wasn't me.
When you said it was all over the internet, where did you see it?
I seen it on Instagram. It was on a lot of places when people showed the video.
When did you see it?
I can't recall when I seen it.
Did you see it since this trial started?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you been watching or listening to other people's testimony?
No. I knew I couldn't watch the trial. My attorney advised me that you can't watch the trial, so that's why.
Good
I never
job. Good
got it
answer.
on.
All right, I'm going to show you what has already been admitted, Your Honor, but the number is not on the exhibit. So we would, for the purposes of this examination, label it 447 Yankee. We will not be tendering two separate copies.
All right.
Could you just pull it up? Don't wait.
Do you know what the original exhibit number is?
That was what we were trying to get our hands on. That was what was not on the list of exhibits. I'm going to show it to counsel for the defense before I walk up to the witness, if anyone would like to see it.
Yeah, y'all think he's watching the trial?
Stop the cap.
Oh, Tom, what happened? Tom said next time. Yeah, everybody's out here wiping their nose, even me. Hobby's over there laughing.
Showing you states 447 Yankee. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Is this the video that you were referring to?
Yes. I can hear what it's saying. Okay.
But you said you've seen it?
Yes, I've seen this video a long time ago too. Do you see me in the video? I don't see me in the video. I only see Jeffrey Williams in the video.
Okay. Your Honor, just for the purposes of this examination, not to tender it twice, we are tendering 447 Yankee, and we will.
So,
Just so that I can have it.
okay, so it's in as an exhibit that's already been admitted once under some unknown number. Okay.
My apologies, Your Honor. We will rectify that and clarify it.
All right.
And so I'm now going to play the sound of 447 Yankee and the video for you.
Shout out to Republic Room.
So nigga, a lot of they mama, a lot of they kids, a lot of they brothers and sisters,
I'm
they
over
ain't
here
get ready in the
wiping my
courtroom
nose,
to tell
too.
the God and his truth.
Oh, that's tough.
Don't get it. Y'all niggas need to get fucking killed, bro.
You snitching bitches?
From me and YSL.
Do you hear your voice on that video?
It sound like it.
And are you the one saying snitching bitches?
I don't know.
I said sound like. I can't say for sure if that's me that's saying that, but it sound like me.
Is
Good
the
answer.
voice that says snitching bitches the one that sounds like
Yeah.
you? Do you recall being in that room where
I don't.
Williams is?
I don't recall. That's why I said it sound like me, but I don't recall if I was there that day or not.
Do you recall ever being present
He should have
in a
said no,
room
Smokey. Yeah.
back in January 2015 when Defendant Williams made statements like that?
When you're on the stand, Smokey, you
No,
got to be careful.
I don't
You
recall.
can't lie. So he has to say it could be.
You said you've heard that a long time ago. When's the first time you saw that video, to the best of your recollection?
I can't recall because I can't recall the first time I seen the video.
Was it prior to 2024?
So he's answering right.
No,
The first time you saw that video was in 2024?
I said no.
So was it before 2024 that you first saw the video?
Yeah, well, before 2024, I don't seen that video before.
Did you see it before 2020?
Maybe.
Okay. Did you see it before 2015?
I agree.
It probably
Sandra.
around that time, 15, 16, somewhere in there.
What did you understand the message to be in that video?
To me, I thought it was just a saying, like, because a lot of people say it all the time.
A lot of people say what?
A lot of your mom, a lot of your kids. He ain't the first person I heard say that.
Is he the first person you've heard say, y'all need to be killed?
What?
What?
That's what the video say.
Is he the first person you heard say that?
No. I've been in the street for a long time, Miss Lord. I don't hear a lot of people saying people need to be killed, but I don't know the reason they saying it.
I mean, online, when President Trump almost got assassinated, people were saying, dang, they missed.
Did you hear
talking
him
about a
say
street
that's
we talking
from
about a street dude, and you're asking the street dude if he ever heard someone say they're gonna kill somebody? How many times y'all heard your neighbor scream that? I'ma kill
Miss Love. I don't hear a lot of people saying people need to
What we
be
talking
killed,
about?
but I don't know the reason they saying.
Did you hear him say, that's from me and YSL?
I heard in the video, yes. Of course, everybody in the courtroom just heard. You told it.
At the time that this video was made, or even at the time you first heard it, did you consider yourself YSL?
It's a dumb question.
Yes.
Did you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth need to be killed?
No, that's not my belief. I believe everyone do what's best for them. So I can't determine what no one else feels. I can tell you how I feel.
Do you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitches?
I'm telling you the God honest truth.
That's
Is
not
I'm
what I
snitching?
asked. I'm asking you if you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitches.
No, because a snitch to me, my understanding is a snitch is a person who lie on another person. So I can't say that.
We got to get the definition of snitch right. I'm not going to start this conversation today. He said a snitch is a person who lied on another person. What? So Woody, where's Nikki Copeland at?
You grew up with how many of your siblings?
I grew up with all my brothers.
Did any of them ever go and tell on you about stuff you did?
They used to tell my mom all the time, but I never got mad.
Okay. When they told your mama, did they always tell the truth?
No.
Okay. Now, when they told your mama stories about you, did your mama come to you and say anything about it?
Yes.
How did you respond?
He lying, Mom.
What about when they told your mama stuff that you actually did? How would you respond?
Take it on the chin.
Okay. Did you ever complain about
Exactly,
somebody
Abby.
telling about stuff you actually did?
No.
Okay. Did you ever talk about it?
I probably talked about it to my mother, not no.
How would you describe somebody telling on you about something you actually did?
I don't feel no way, man, Lord. That's they did what I guess they feel like they did what was best for them. So
No, I'm not asking how you felt about it. I'm asking how would you describe it? How do you speak about it? What do you say when you're talking about someone telling on you about something they actually did?
I don't speak about it.
Would you ever consider it, they told on me? Is that how you would?
I don't really know how would I put it. There's a lot of ways to put it, but I don't.
Now, telling on you, would you consider someone telling on you
Shadow Fox, I see you.
talking about something that you actually did?
We talking
Maybe.
about snitching now.
Why maybe?
Maybe. If somebody tells something on you, maybe. That's what they want to do.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with a person telling on me.
Is that
I
a
said the
phrase
same
that
thing.
you've ever used? Like, my brother told on me.
But Lord, what we getting at? That's pointless.
Mr. Sledge, will you please answer that question for the jury?
No, then. No.
You've never said that.
You said I said it to my mother, no.
No, not to your mother. Have you ever used a phrase like, my brother told on me?
Maybe.
And in using
My
that
sister is
phrase, are
always
you
snitching.
just
I love her though.
referencing something your brother done told somebody else that you did?
My sister
He probably
used to
wouldn't tell
snitch on me
nobody
all the
else what I
time.
did. He probably told my mother. Like, if me and him, if I slapped him across the head or something, he probably told my mama, like, I'm picking on him or something.
Okay. But you would consider that him telling on you.
That ain't.
Is that right?
Yeah, because it probably wasn't true if I slapped him on the head.
Okay. And if you didn't
Cause he
slap him on the
seen
head,
it. He was there. I don't want to hit him on the head, so he know.
and if you didn't slap him on the head, and he told your mom you slapped him on the head, rightly so, you'd say you're lying on me.
No, I probably.
I can't
What
believe
was your answer?
Probably.
the defense is not objecting to this line of questioning. This is crazy. Thank you, Big Jim. I appreciate you. What are we talking about?
Now, we talked a lot about State's Exhibit 444 Yankee yesterday, those factual acknowledgments. You recall that?
No, you gotta refresh my memory.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach Ms. Mann?
Yeah, the defense is letting her dig her own grave at this point. Y'all give me 1 second. Shout out to Dr. EJ and Big Jim in the chat too. I'll be reading super chats shortly, y'all. Boy, this is terrible.
Showing you what was shown to you yesterday at
Oh,
State's
yeah.
Exhibit
You showed me
447.
this yesterday.
All right. Now, at the time that you made the statements that are referenced in that document on December 28, 2022, did you know that you were going to have to come into court and testify about those statements?
No, I actually didn't think I was gonna have to come in the courtroom and testify.
Why did you think that?
Because it said if needed. So I didn't know if you was gonna need me or not.
Do you recall who all was in the room with you at the time that you made those statements on December 28, 2022?
When I initially,
No, when you said that they were true.
I never said they was true, Ms. Love. I initially, but this ain't nothing that I brought to your attention. You brought this to my attention. I never been in a room with anyone and said this stuff was true.
All right. We'll come back to that.
Right.
All right. At the time that do you remember addressing these statements in court ever?
Yeah, I remember, like I told you yesterday, I remember when I signed, I was going to be able to get on the stand. And if you call me and explain my truth or this, but this nothing that I directly told you. This agreement, I never stated any of this stuff in this document to you or anybody else.
All right. Do you remember initialing certain terms of your plea
we're going
agreement
to this
called
again.
sentencing acknowledgements?
We went through this yesterday, Ms. Love.
Do you remember initialing
No,
terms?
I don't remember.
Looking at page 5 of 7 of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee.
Y'all want to see this again?
Without reading it out loud, does that refresh your memory?
What number you say?
Page 5 of 7.
I'll pull this back up for y'all.
And what you want me to read?
Looking at section 5, which goes on into page 6, does looking at that refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and initialed sentencing acknowledgments?
I probably didn't understand it.
Okay. Does looking at that document refresh your memory
He's saying his lawyer did a bad job.
as to whether or not you read and acknowledged sentencing acknowledgments on December 28th, 2022.
There you go. He's talking about this section right here.
You said, could you repeat what you said?
Does looking at 444 Yankee, the document in front of you, refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and acknowledged the sentencing acknowledgments contained on page 5 and 6?
I don't even remember reading it, but I see my initial, but I never read it to understand.
So then the document does not refresh your recollection?
I see my initial right there, and I just read it.
So do you now remember reading and acknowledging?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Lavisa, I think so too. I think he did watch Woody.
Would you look at number 4 on page 6 of 7?
Is that number 4?
Yes, sir.
I see you, Floyd.
Yes, I see that.
Is there any part of the sentence contained in number 4 that today, right here and now, you do not understand?
No, I didn't understand.
No, I'm asking you right here and now, is there any part that you do not understand?
I don't understand. Could I talk to my lawyer? Miss Judge, could I? Thank you.
Let's take a break.
Oh boy. He's gonna talk to his lawyer because he probably knows what he's saying. He's like, "Hey man, listen, I'm not trying to say you did a bad job, all right?" Shout out to Grouch in the building. It says, just got here. Did the judge address Love passing notes and speaking to a juror yesterday on camera, or did the judge not care? She didn't address it this morning that I know of, so we'll get into that a little bit later. Let me read some super chats and then we'll fast forward through some of this BS. Let me see.
All right, I'm sure everybody has time to use the restroom if they need to while they confer.
All right, so here we go. I will be reading super chats throughout the show. We've got plenty of delay time, so we should be able to skip ahead through this break. Hopefully. But shout out to Rachel Ferguson with the first super chat of the day. She says, I'm down the street in ClassE. I'm down the street in Augusta. Let's see what more we have in store for us today. Once again, she's asking the same over and over and over and over and over. She wants him to say YSL is a gang. He's not going to do it. We'll see what happens. Thank you for the super chat. We've got Jimmy up in here with the 10 bomb. Says, you're going to say it was a gang? Red Bunny Classic is in the building too. Drops the 10 bomb. I appreciate you being here, Red Bunny Classic. We've also got Shadow Fox says, we got the nose wipe Rico. Yeah, I asked y'all in the poll, and some of y'all are capping. I'm not gonna lie. I asked, and over 400 of you responded to the question, have you ever wiped your nose? 84% say yes. 16% of y'all are liars. That's fine though. Debbie Brown is in here, just became a new member. Thank you to Debbie Brown. Speaking of new members, Republic Tea Room to be exact, just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Republic Tea Room. Got the opportunity to talk to Republic Tea Room yesterday. Y'all make sure you go check him out, show some love. And if you were gifted a membership from Republic Tea Room, make sure you say thank you and check out the exclusive members only content we have, the exclusive emojis we have for you in the chat, and you guys get first access to any new video that we drop here on the Classy Beats YouTube channel. Starfly Awakening dropped the 1 bomb. I appreciate you. No question, no comments, just showing some love to the channel. Randall King became a diamond member. All right, I see you, Randall King. Republic Tea Room also says, have you or anyone you've known been bored to death by Miss Love? Yeah, I see about 1,500 people right now in the chat that are tired of her shenanigans. You may be entitled to compensation. Signs and symptoms include wanting to throw something at the screen and searching for the mute button. Dang. Oh. Yeah, we need some help over here. Also, we have Big Jim RC in the building. He says, just for the entertainment value. Thank you, Big Jim RC. I appreciate you. And then Elizabeth Wright is in here. She's dropped the dizzy face with the 1 bomb. Oh my gosh. It's hard to listen to, and it's even harder to watch at some points too. Also, we've got stylists and barbers drop the 2 bomb. No question or comment, just showing love. Thank you so much. We've got Bridgetta in here, says, please, Classy Beats, take the questioning. Y'all want me to go over and help the prosecution? Nope. I wouldn't do it. I've already helped them too much. I was coaching her up yesterday. And what happened? Right after I said that, she went straight right down the list of the plea deal. That's all you need to do. It's simple. Oh my gosh, look at this. We've got Laura Harmon in the building with the 50 ball. My gosh. He says, thank you, Classy, for all you do. Much love. Thank you, Laura, for the 50 bomb. Goodness gracious. We might have to put a sponsorship in the banner up there. Dropping the 50 bomb. I appreciate you showing love and supporting. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. All right, let me see what else y'all are saying. Let me see if Court's back in here too. Dropping the 50 bomb on the morning show. Y'all do not have to send in super chats, but I will be reading them throughout the show, and I appreciate y'all helping to keep the lights on here on the Music Morning Show. So thank y'all for being here. Thank you to everyone who's liked the video so far as well. If y'all could take a second, if you haven't yet, and like the video, it really does help the channel to grow. And hey, the super chats help as well. Get another round of applause and Laura over there. All right, let me see if we're back in here yet. Are we back from our break? Let me double check. I know we were having some issues earlier. And again, I want to show y'all quickly while we're waiting on them to get back, this plea deal. The last point Miss Love was trying to make was just reminding him that everything that she's asking him about, he signed and said that he acknowledged. Obviously, Antonio Sledge, aka Monk Tunk, is saying, I don't remember any of this. Now, his lawyer's probably feeling some type of way, and I don't know if his lawyer signaled him and was like, hey, you're not gonna put my bar license at stake. We're gonna talk about this. Stop saying you didn't understand, because we seen videos and you sat there in front of Judge Glanville and you sat there in front of Miss Love back in December of 2022 and you said, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And Judge Glanville said, okay, I'm accepting in terms of this plea. Boom, you're sentenced to 30 something years of probation. Oh God. It's no good. So anyway, this is what she's talking about. Number 6, he initialed this, y'all, and he signed the whole document. Defendant understands fully that no promises, agreements, or conditions have been made other than those set forth in this document. I, Antonio Sledge, have read and carefully reviewed this agreement. I have reviewed and corrected where necessary for accuracy each statement contained in defendant's factual acknowledgments. What are those? We went through those the other day. It's everything that he said right in here. He was a member or associate of YSL from 2012. There was a drive-by shooting. He admitted committing and was convicted of aggravated assault. Defendant was told by another YSL associate immediately after the murder of Donovan Thomas that the associates met at McDonald's. So all this stuff he's saying here, yep, they're accurate. I agree. And I acknowledge the truth and accuracy of each and every statement listed therein. I fully understand this agreement, and I have had an opportunity to discuss this agreement and each of its provisions with my attorney, Mr. Derek Wright. And he's saying, oh no, I didn't understand this. No, his lawyer is not going to let him do that. No promises other than those contained in this document have been made to me in the furtherance of this agreement. I freely, knowingly, and voluntarily enter into this agreement without force, threat, or coercion. He initialed this, y'all, and he signed it on the 28th. So, Mr. Sledge, hey, I know you're up here changing the definition of a snitch and saying now, apparently, a snitch is somebody who lies on somebody else's name.
What? Of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee.
Y'all street dudes need to get together. We need to have a 2024 street dude convention, and it is all going to be centered around what is the definition of a snitch. Because we have been going back and forth in the chat for months about what a snitch is, who's snitching, who did snitch, who's the biggest snitch, how many snitches have been snitched. And we cannot come to agreement. So y'all let me know when the street dude convention is taking place. I'm not going to be there because I'm not a street dude, but I definitely want to either, can we live stream it so we can see and hear the conversation that's going on in the streets? Because y'all need to get your together. We're back in court. Thank you again to all the super chats. Big thank you to Laura for the 50 baht. We're gonna keep it moving. Hold on. Hopefully we can get some of our delay back too. There we go. Let me make sure. Hold on. So this actually skipped ahead. Let me see. Okay, we should be here.
Asking IT if they could come, and every time I moved this thing, they had another one that stopped doing that.
Well,
whole-
IT was just here because apparently yes, I'll ask them. Yep.
My apologies. I guess I should have dealt with it. I didn't want to stop him from doing what he was doing.
No, that needed to be done too.
And the second thing was I checked with members of my team about whether or not any of the jurors' faces were displayed publicly at the time that I went to mute the mic. And from two sources, I have been assured that the camera did not leave Mr. Sledge and did not publish to anyone the jurors' faces.
All right. That's good. Thank you.
So would the court be opposed to reassuring the jury? I know that I wasn't looking at them, so I didn't.
I'm not going to do that out here. The deputy will let them know that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that hopefully the IT fix from last night, which messed up the juror chairs, was to move the camera that Zoom uses for the witness. And so hopefully we can use that camera from now on without it showing anybody other than the witness. And then we won't have to use this laptop, but yeah, we'll.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we know whether Mr. Sledge has had sufficient time to consult with his attorney?
Unless he's talking to him about something else. Mr. Wright came in and said that he had.
They are ready.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we are, but if you do want to let them know, it is what Ms. Love relayed. Thank you. And then, yeah, they are ready. We are ready.
Thank you,
I don't
Elaine.
know if you heard or not.
So we did have some delay, but for some reason it jumped me ahead. I don't know what happened. Yeah, Lavisa, I agree with you. He's definitely took some notes from Woody.
Did you find the?
All right, maybe we need to skip ahead a little bit more. Hold on. Jury's coming back in. Yeah, there we go. And there's Mr. Right there. Who's he talking to? He's talking to somebody.
Welcome back, Mr. Sledge. Have you had enough time?
He's a
Your Honor,
snitch,
is this
Jay-Z.
working?
Doesn't sound like it.
I hear you right here.
He's both. He's a snitch and a liar. Jay-Z, I'm going to clear this up for you right now. Jay-Z says is Woody a snitch and a liar. Jay-Z, here's what Woody does. He says, yeah, Jay-Z on September 5th, 2024 was over there in ClassE Beats chat. And she was in the chat, right? She was commenting, going back and forth. And then Jay-Z in the chat said she was a part of YSL and she was running up and down the street with Montoon and Lil D and Shannon Stillwell. You know, she was at the McDonald's that night when Thug rented the car. She was actually working at the car rental place and rented the car to Thug. So, hey, I don't know. Y'all might need to look at Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z, we all know dang well that you didn't do any of those other things. But because you were in my chat and I've got you up on the screen and the state sees this, they're going to go, let me go see what Jay-Z was doing. They're going to go look here. They're going to go look here. And they might bring an indictment before a grand jury and say, hey, grand jury, Jay-Z was in the chat over on ClassE Beats YouTube stream. And she was watching all this trial that was going on. And yeah, okay, maybe she wasn't the one who rented the car. Maybe she wasn't the one who was at the McDonald's that night. But she was in the live stream. So Woody mixes in a little bit of a truth with the lie. And it causes the state, the prosecution, the police to turn the eye and start looking at you. So my mic isn't on? Are y'all saying my mic isn't on? Y'all didn't hear any of that? No, my mic is on. So anyway, Jay-Z, in my opinion, he's both. Is my mic muted for real? Okay, some of y'all are behind. That's what it is. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense.
Judge, I'm going to use my outside voice. I don't think either of you working.
Let's try. No, mine doesn't seem to be either. What a shocker.
Kyrie said they are trying to hear me.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Now,
me?
Jay-Z, you tell me, how would you feel about Woody after that? Oh, see, Jay-Z said she was at the McDonald's.
Maybe there's something.
Jay-Z, don't do that.
That perhaps when they, I don't know.
I mean, who knows what it is?
You,
and they are allegedly urgently dealing with a fix, but thus far, every fix they've tried has not been a fix.
That's funny.
I will send yet another email.
Jay-Z was up there getting a 10-piece and she saw Thug around the corner like, I wonder
Judge,
what they're talking about.
As the court instructs, what would you have me do?
I guess yell. I mean, we have supposedly a backup, but I think the only one who knows how to run the backup that didn't work a few days ago is my staff attorney, who, while not an IT person,
Say it ain't so,
is the
Jay-Z.
best.
We don't care about this. Let's just get back to the question.
First thing anyone's doing.
Jay-Z about to get hit with a RICO, y'all.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
Yes.
Having spoken with your attorney, are you able now to tell the jury whether you recall looking at number 4 on page 6 of 7 on December 28th of 2022?
Yes.
Did you understand number 4?
Yes.
Do you understand number 4 today?
Yes.
What is your understanding of number 4 of the sentencing acknowledgments?
I guess it says you fail to refuse and promise to make this eternity. If you refuse to.
Mr. Sledge, do me a favor. I want you to read it, and I need you to use as loud a voice as you can.
It's gonna be hard.
I know. But tell the jury without reading it what your understanding of number 4 is.
My understanding for number 4 is, if you refuse about count 30 in indictment. Got to figure something out.
Can you speak up any louder?
No.
Can you hear me?
It's gonna be hard, man.
So
I'm talking loud as I can. I'm talking loud as I can.
Can y'all hear
it?
If you need to move, I understand.
Use that mic. Okay?
It's not working.
No, when you were talking loudly a second.
Something's working.
I can hear the judge in his mic. When you was talking in that, I could hear you in his mic, but it not letting me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You can hear now?
It's the one I'm talking to.
Pull it down some, it moves. All right.
Yes.
tell the jury your understanding of what the fourth portion of your sentencing acknowledgement requires.
If you fail to testify.
Testify about what?
Acknowledgement.
When you say acknowledgments, what do you mean?
By truthfully what I know, I thought. That's what my understanding.
Did you have the same attorney you referenced yesterday in court?
Yeah. Yes.
The one that you've had for 15 years. Did you have him with you when you were looking at the sentencing acknowledgments that are contained in 444 Yankee?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to go over each of them with your attorney?
I did, but it was a short time. It was kind of fast.
During that short time, were you comfortable enough expressing to your attorney things that you didn't understand?
Yeah, I did tell him certain things I didn't understand, but
And did
not
you,
every time. Not every time.
what things did you not understand that you did not talk about with your attorney?
When I signed that agreement, I just thought when I get up here, I would be able to explain my truth.
And going back to all that is in the document, do you recall raising your hand and swearing under oath to tell the truth on December 28th, 2022?
Yes, I'm telling my truth. Yes.
Is your truth different than just any other truth?
I guess.
And what do you mean by that?
I thought I would be able to explain an explanation of the reason of me signing the plea agreement.
Okay, let me ask you this. On December 28th, 2022, did you go into a courtroom in front of a judge?
Yes.
And did you swear an oath to tell the truth of every question that was asked of you?
Yes.
At the time that you swore that oath, who all was in the courtroom with you?
I want to say you and my attorney
Who else?
and Mr. Glanville.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know the other people, the court reporter and stuff like that. I don't know they not.
Other than me, people that you recognize as being a part of my team, the judge, the court reporter, and deputies. Was there anybody else in that courtroom with you when you raised your right hand and swore to tell the truth?
No.
After raising your hand and swearing to tell the truth, were you asked about the factual acknowledgments contained in State's 444 Yankee?
Yes.
As it relates to the factual acknowledgments, did you swear under oath that each of those factual acknowledgments is true?
Not to the ones I was trying to have you to change.
Yeah, he wanted some of them changed. What's up, Aqua
So,
Star?
Mr. Sledge, would you please tell the jury your truth today regarding, let's start with the numbers. And in fact, Your Honor, the state tenders pages 3 through 7
It does, Kel. I agree.
of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee.
I object to it coming into evidence, Your Honor, if it's being used just as a demonstrative and not as an objection.
It is,
Go ahead.
I'm not using it as a demonstrative. I
There's the
am
microphone.
tendering it
Thank God.
as substantive evidence, as a prior inconsistent statement, given the witness's testimony, and given that he seems to lack an independent recollection of certain portions of it, as a past recollection recorded, and as impeachment by contradiction.
Man, they're impeaching every single one of their witnesses. This is the worst strategy in legal history.
Anything that needs, does not recall, I have not heard that, and he acknowledged it, he's explaining his answer.
So some of this is certainly a prior inconsistent statement. I mean, it may be that it needs to be more narrowed down than that.
Mr. Sledge, I'm going to show you pages 3 through 7 of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee. And Your Honor, I separated out the first two, and I'm
All
going
right.
to pass them back to Ms. Moore. Mr. Sledge, would you please take a look at pages 3 through 7, and without reading out loud all of those lines, read to yourself and tell the jury what numbers you are testifying today are not true. Name all of the numbers that you're saying on 444 Yankee, pages 3 through 7, that are not true today?
Yeah, I don't know. He's trying to figure out where he was lying, where he agrees and where he doesn't agree. This is crazy. Thank you to everyone who's in here, by the way. Thank you, She's So Jazzy with the 5 bomb. I'll be reading super chats shortly on the next break, y'all.
You said 1 through 7?
On pages 3 through 7, sitting before you now.
Okay.
You want to just use this piece of paper?
Yeah, but I
Jot
thought,
down the numbers. Just jot down the numbers of everyone that you're saying today are not true.
from my understanding, I thought we couldn't talk about 3 through 6.
Oh, no, I need for you just to write down on the piece of paper in front of you each number that today you were testifying
We did.
is not true. That's all I need you to do.
So there's a part 4 that is numbers 1 through 16, and then a part 5 that's 1 through 6. So just do part 4 and then part 5.
Hey, Pam, you're good. Good morning.
I don't see one on this one, Mr. Not on 3 through 7. That what you said? Or do I need to flip on the rest of the pages?
Mr. Sledge. Mr. Sledge,
Yes.
do you understand what I'm asking you to do?
Yeah, you said write down the ones that I'm saying not true today.
Do you understand what the judge said?
You know what? Maybe just go through it one at a time. Have him look at part 4, number 1, and say, is that true or not?
All right. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
You keep
Oh,
the document.
I'll give
Keep
you a
back the
pen.
pen. Thank
Okay.
you. All right. Let's start with number 1. Today is your testimony that it is true or false?
Are we talking about number 1 of what? I think she's talking about the sentencing acknowledgments here.
And to be clear, today, your testimony today, is it true or false?
Shout out to Mickey. Mickey, you're crazy for that. I'll read this. Hopefully he'll give me a chance. Defendant understands fully that if he violates any...
Number 1.
God dang, I gotta pause it. I'm gonna pause it. Defendant understands fully that if he violates any provision or any special conditions of this plea agreement, the district attorney can and will use contents of this document agreement during any judicial proceeding. So this opens the door for her to bring in the plea deal.
I agree with some of it, not all of it.
So is number 1 as a whole, like the whole part of number 1, is it inaccurate or accurate?
It's accurate.
Even the parts that you don't agree with, you're now saying are accurate?
I agree that they're all accurate.
Mickey, you're
Why
crazy
did you
for that.
say that there were parts you didn't agree with?
Because I was looking at the increase of notorious street credibility.
Mr. Sledge, has anyone encouraged you to do anything other than be honest today?
No.
Okay. So would you please tell the jury whether the factual acknowledgement labeled number 1 under section 4 is true or false?
True.
All right. Number 2, is it true or false?
True.
Number 3, is it true or false?
True.
The whole thing.
I see the part where it say threat the harm. I didn't threat to harm him. I just made a statement.
So let's put it this way. If any part of either one of these, to your testimony today, if any part is inaccurate, then we're going to call it false. Okay?
But from my understanding, I thought when I signed, I'd be able to explain, but okay, you can say true.
Mr. Sledge.
Okay, and so Phenomenal RN News Blog says, why can't he just say false? He can't say false because he already signed these things saying it was true. So if he says false, then this is going to violate everything that was said in this plea, and he's going to be right back where he was before this whole thing went down, facing these charges, which were possession of a convicted felon, previously convicted of a felony involving the use or possession of a firearm, and conspiracy to violate a RICO. And then he could be held liable for violating the plea as well. So it's a mess.
Edge.
Hang on. Yes. Use your mic. I think they're back for the moment.
May I object to the form of that question, please?
That's
We're
a great
just going to
point,
call
Kel.
it. Let the witness testify, not the state.
Your Honor, I'm framing my question in a way or manner that the witness hopefully can clearly understand. He seems to.
Okay,
I'm trying to frame.
Can we not argue?
Hang on.
I'll rephrase the question.
Thank you.
Mr. Sledge,
Yes.
for the purposes of my questions to you right now, if you disagree with any part of any one of these statements, we will call that, for the purpose of this question, false. If you agree that the entire statement is true, we will call it true. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. So, understanding that, number 1, is it true or false?
True.
Number 2, is it true or false?
True.
Number 3, is it true or false?
True.
All of it.
Yes, true.
Number 4, true or false?
True.
Number 5, true or false?
True.
Number 6, true or false?
True.
Number 7, true or false?
Oh, she's going through these. I'm sorry. So she's going through the factual acknowledgments right now.
Number 8, true or false?
False.
Number 9, true or false?
False.
Number 10, true or false?
This is bad. It's bad for him and bad for the state. True or false, Mr. Sledge?
I can say true.
Number 11, true or false?
Defendant did not murder Donovan
True.
Thomas.
Number 12, true or false?
True.
Number 13, true or false?
'I will in a second, Freddie.
True.
Now, looking at,
Okay, let's take a break here for a second. We're gonna break this down live and in 4K. So he said 7, 8, and 9 are false. 1, he was told by a YSL associate immediately after the murder of Donovan Thomas that they met up at McDonald's. 2, number 8. He personally knows that one or more YSL associates committed the murder of Donovan Thomas. Number 3, number 9. After the murder of Donovan Thomas, Mr. Sledge and other YSL associates gathered at the home of Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and Young Thug gave them money to lay low. All right, here we go.
page 5, the sentencing acknowledgments. If you today understand the whole sentence, tell me, yes, I understand. Because my question is going to be, do you understand each of these sentencing acknowledgments? Okay?
Yes.
All right. If you today do not understand any part of any particular one, then tell me, no, I do not understand today.
Right.
All right.
Now, why
So
don't we
number
stick with
one,
false?
do you understand today, number one?
Well, we went down to number 5 right here.
Yes,
To
sir.
number
Page-
1.
Yes, sir. Page 5 of 7.
Yes, part 5, number 1.
Yes.
He fully understands that if he violates any
And-
provision, she can use this during a judicial proceeding, which she's doing now.
Number 2, do you understand number 2?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 3, do you understand number 3? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 4, on page 6, do you understand number 4? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 5, do you understand number 5? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 6, do you understand number 6? Yes or no?
Yes.
And the paragraph underneath number 6, do you understand that paragraph? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you need time to look at it some more?
No.
All right. My next set of questions deal with your understanding on December 28, 2022. I'm going to ask you again about the statements underneath part 5, starting on page 5 of 7. Okay?
Yes.
Starting on page 5 of 7. Here we go.
Right. All right. So now we're talking about your understanding on December 28, 2022 with the same set of rules. If you understood all of it, please answer yes. If on December 28, 2022, you did not understand any part of it, please answer no. Okay?
No, that's not the question, though.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
All right.
All right. Can I get some clarification? Because
Yeah.
you're saying you're asking the same thing, but
And I
for
already
two different
said-
time periods.
Thank you.
Your questions, I'm asking this a lot, that.
No.
For number 4, previously were, is it true or false?
So, Your Honor, we're not talking about number 4.
Oh, you're just asking that about number 5.
That is
Okay.
correct.
All right. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Sledge, as it relates to part 5, beginning on page 5 of 7,
Oh, man.
and your understanding on December 28, 2022, if you understood all of it on December 28, 2022, please answer yes. If there was any part of it you didn't understand, please answer no. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
I got you. I know what you're saying.
Number 1, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand though.
Number 2, On December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand that one either.
Okay.
Because I didn't even know it said that.
Number 3, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
All right, y'all. It's crazy.
No, I didn't understand that one either, Ms. Lowe.
All right. Number 4, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand that one either.
Number 5, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
You just asked me about these same questions.
No, sir. I'm talking about back on December 28, 2022.
I didn't understand it.
You did not understand number 5 either?
No, ma'am.
And number 6, on December 28, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't really understand that one either.
The paragraph underneath number 6, on page 6 of 7, did you understand it?
No, because I never even read this. I didn't understand.
You did not understand that paragraph?
No.
Okay.
His attorney needs to step in here.
We're going to backtrack just a little bit. Would you please turn to page 5? And now, going back to the true or false answers, if any part of the factual acknowledgments I'm about to ask you about are untrue, then please answer false as it relates to today. If they are true in their entirety, please answer true as your testimony today.
It's tough
Okay?
because as an attorney, you can
All
only
right.
coach him so
Number
far.
14 on page 507 under the section labeled factual acknowledgement. Today is your testimony that it is true or false.
Truth, I could say truth about that.
Say that again.
True.
Okay. Number 15, true or false?
True.
Number 16, true or false?
He has personal knowledge that he or other members associated with YSL either participated in or directly committed at least one of the following crimes in order to increase the notoriety or reputation of YSL.
I say false, but I don't agree with everything they say in it, so I say false.
Okay.
It says at least one. This man did not take the SAT, clearly.
Thank you.
It doesn't have to be all of them, brother, just one. So if you shot at somebody, attempted murder in the furtherance of YSL.
Starting with the first factual acknowledgement you said was false. Am I correct that it was number 7 on page 407?
Yes, I told you that one was false.
Everyone before that was true. Is that right?
No, I told yes, I told you number 7, number 8, and number 9, and number 10 were false.
You said number 10 was false.
He said number 10 was true. He said 7, 8,
Yeah.
9.
Oh no, I said it was true. My bad. I had to read it over. I'm sorry.
Okay.
These are false.
So as it relates to number 7, is it the portion before the first comma or after the first comma that contains what you now say is false?
I say the one false back told.
Okay. So is
Yeah,
there
'cause
testimony
nobody-
that you were never told?
I was never told.
Okay. Number 8. Which part of number 8 is false?
Defendant knows that one or more
I
YSL associates committed the
misunderstood
murder of
the
Donovan
whole
Thomas.
thing.
What did you misunderstand? What do you mean?
Because I didn't know it said, personally, I thought when my lawyer was explaining, he said responsible. I never knew it said personally, no, because I can't personally know I wasn't there.
What do you mean?
Stop the cap.
No. No. I'm not buying it. We've seen the video. I'm not buying that he could not understand this one effing sentence. Defendant personally knows that one or more YSL associates committed the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr. on behalf of YSL. Come on, bro. You signed it. It's too late.
When you say you thought it was responsible?
Because I was charged with it, Ms. Love. That's why.
We're going to start a new segment of the show. It's going to be called When Snitches Get Caught. I don't care, comic. He signed it. I don't care. So
Can't personally know I wasn't there.
What do you mean when you say you thought it
say
was
you heard it from
responsible?
somebody else.
Because I was charged with it, Ms. Love. That's why I was charged with the murder. So I was thinking like.
Were you indicted for murder?
No, I never got indicted for it.
Okay.
But
So
I was charged.
Yes.
That he'd be allowed to finish his
Yeah,
answers.
let him explain.
please continue.
Yes, I was charged by the DA office.
So how does that factor into your misunderstanding about the meaning?
Because I didn't know it's a defenseless person know one or more YSL member that committed the murder. I don't personally know. I wasn't there and no one never spoke it to me. So I can't say I personally know.
Okay.
If I personally knew I was there, I witnessed, I seen you do it.
Okay.
But other than that, I can't say I personally know that.
What about number 9? What part of number 9 is false? All of it or just some of it? As you testified today.
He gave YSL's associate money to lay low. And that's what it say right there.
Is it your testimony today that the portion that reads he gave YSL associates money to lay low is false?
Yes, that's false.
Mr. Sledge, do you have any recollection of asking?
Well, what I would say, the word, you used the word lay low. I would have used the word to get family members out of harm's way. That's what I would have used. If I'd have gave you this.
You not Woody, bruh. You not Woody, bruh. You didn't get immunity. You took a plea deal, my guy. You are not Woody. You can't do this. You don't get to do this, man.
That's what
Sorry.
I would have said. I wouldn't have said he gave us money to lay low.
Is it your testimony that
No.
you did not send those words to the state through your lawyer? Is that your testimony today?
I try to get my lawyer to change this because my words was to get out of harm's way. I don't know how it still became lay low. My words and the notes that my lawyer took down, it was to get me and my family out of harm's way because on January the 10th, I was accused of the murder.
Okay.
By the streets.
He's taking low-key shots at his lawyer again. He doesn't even realize it. So he said, I didn't see this. I didn't understand it. But my lawyer explained to me that, hey, this is going to take care of your family. You're going to be good. You won't have to worry about it. You most likely won't get on the stand. It's just sign an initial here sign. You probably won't even have to take the stand.
Accused of the murder.
Okay.
By the streets, not by your district attorney office.
Understood. All right.
He doesn't realize he's taking shots at his attorney, but he's making
Thank
his
you for
attorney look
clarifying
bad
all of that.
right now.
At what point, Mr. Sledge, going now to the sentencing acknowledgments, starting with number 1, where you say you understand it today, but did not understand it on December 28th, 2022. What happened to cause you to understand it?
What number 1 on the first page? You
Page
lost
5
me.
of 7.
Yeah, so you lost me.
Under section 5. You want me to point it out? That one.
Don't do that, Money Main Stroke. They hit him. They hit them with all these charges so they could railroad them. Shaking my head. Lost a couple partners to the system like that. Yeah, but I'm sorry to hear. Sorry to hear about your boys out there. In this case, he had 2 charges: the RICO and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon who previously committed a felony with the firearm. This count alone, for him just being in the music video and doing something dumb, this count 30 alone, I mean, that's just from him being stupid. And go look up how much time you can get for that. I don't feel sorry for this dude.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right. Do you recall telling the jury a few minutes ago, you understand it now, but didn't understand
Dummy.
it on December 28, 2022?
Yeah, this ain't your boys, Money Man. This is a big dummy right here. I'm sorry.
I don't understand it now because I read it.
He's a victim of his own stupidity.
Is that the only thing that happened between today and December 28, 2022, which caused you to understand it, where you didn't understand it on December 28, 2022?
Yeah, I didn't understand on December 28, 20, whatever day it was, because I actually didn't read it.
Okay. Did you hear it?
No, it was basically when certain things were said, I was stopping, so I don't recall this even being read to me.
Okay. What about number 2? What happened to cause you to understand it today and not understand it December 28th of 2022?
I just said it wasn't read to me,
Okay.
but I actually reading it myself, I understood now. But on the day that I signed, I don't even recall this even being there. I just initial.
Okay.
It was never read off to me.
Is that the same answer for number 3,
Yes.
4, 5, 6, and the paragraph up under number 6?
Yes.
Okay.
A big dummy.
Thank you for clearing that up. So, going back to page 3 of 7, number 1. Do you remember yesterday I asked you, how were the crimes that you committed, how did you mean for them to boost the street credibility of YSL?
The boost the street credit of YSL
Yes.
brought females around, people wanting to hang.
Did it make people scared of YSL too?
No.
Is the crime that you were referring to in count one that drive-by shooting that you
I
committed?
thought we couldn't talk about that. The
I'm
drive-by
trying to tell
shoot.
her
Oh,
about
yes,
those.
you can.
My drive-by shoot?
Your drive-by shooting?
Yes.
All right. And is it your testimony today that you committed or participated in that drive-by shooting
Yes.
to boost the reputation of YSL to bring females around?
No, not. But what I was saying, like, I just don't think it was to boost the credibility. I never knew that the question even said to boost a notorious street credibility. I didn't know the question said that at the bottom. I knew about the top part.
All right.
That's why I signed to it, because I knew me and Zachary and Gunnington
All right.
pleaded guilty to doing a drive-by shoot.
What about
Okay. Disregard that anybody other
Oh.
than Mr.
Say-
Sledge may have pled guilty to anything about this crime.
Right.
and I did admonish him of that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Not today. Probably yesterday, not today.
Number 3, as it relates to you only. How did threatening to harm Shell Kale
This is crazy.
count as you're acting on behalf of YSL? What did it do for YSL when you threatened to harm Shell Kale?
It didn't do nothing because me and Shell Kale seen each other 1,000 times and it never happened. So it didn't do nothing.
Because who in Shell Kale?
I said, me and Shell Kale seen each other. Me and him seen each other 1,000 times and nothing never happened. So I don't.
You acknowledge within that statement that on behalf of YSL, you threatened to harm a person named Kale?
I never said I threatened. I said if he was looking for me, I had something for him.
All right. Do you remember earlier when you were reading section 3 of part 4 on page 3 that I asked you if any part of it was false, to tell me today you count it as false, to label it false?
I probably couldn't hear you. Probably couldn't hear you as clear, but I know for a fact, like, you, in the video, I never threatened him. I just said if he was looking for me.
Okay. So is it
Well, that part,
testimony
I say
that-
that part down there is false.
okay? So we're going to label that as false. Number 3.
Okay.
All right. Number 4, is there any part of number 4 that is false?
Yeah, the date, that's all I could see.
Okay. Other than the date, is there any part of number 4 that is false? Read it carefully.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I would say the video part.
So without talking about what part, just if there is any part that is false, please just tell me false.
See, I didn't even know how to say this. Yeah, that's false.
Stop the cows.
This
Mr. Sledge,
this man's an idiot.
Did you read earlier when I was going over them? Did you read each of these?
I didn't read that part. I missed out on that. On the video part at the bottom.
Number
He's about to go-
5.
he's
How
about to
many
go right back to
sentences is in number 5?
Oh, he's on trial right now because he lied
Is there only one sentence?
and is violating
No,
his plea deal.
No, without reading it, is there more than one sentence in number 5?
Yes.
There's more than one sentence.
No, it's one complete sentence.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Now, did you read that one complete sentence a moment ago when I asked you about number 5 under section 4?
No, I didn't read it completely. I didn't read it and understand it at first, but now I do.
So with your new understanding,
It'll be false.
Okay. Number 6. Read it, please. Fully.
Defense admitted.
No, not allowed. Not allowed.
I thought you
Yourself.
said
My
read it.
apologies. My apologies.
Northside said, hit the button.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, if we have time, I'll play y'all the
I see
video
what it
for
say
where he
now,
sits
yeah,
there.
Is any part of number 6 false? Because if it is, I would like for you to say false.
False.
All right.
This is crazy. Hold on,
Now,
I'm gonna show y'all the video.
do I have it correct that your testimony today is that number 3 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 4 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 5 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 6 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 7 is not entirely true?
Yeah, number 7 is not true.
Number 8 is not entirely true?
Not true.
Number 9 is not entirely true?
Not true.
And number 16 is not entirely true.
You said 16?
Yes, sir, on page 5 of 7 at the top. Number 16.
Yes, not true.
Okay.
We gotta take a break for a second, y'all. We gotta take a break for a second. And I'm gonna skip ahead for you. But this is everything that went down when Mr. Sledge was sentenced. And you can find a link to my reaction to this video in the description. This is wild.
Thank you, Judge.
So this is rewinding back to December 28th, 2022. And let me just play a couple key parts for y'all. And then we'll go back to the live trial.
3 are grown. So that would leave 5 minor children. He actually has 3 brothers that are alive. One come to bite him, and he on this is silly, childish things done in the past as a younger man have sort of come to bite him, and he has grown. I think grown out of some of those, as we say, childish things. So he is asking this court respectfully to agree and accept this, the terms of this agreement, and sentence him according to the terms of this agreement. He will abide to each and every provision that this agreement provides, whether it's through testimony or otherwise. And again, he is thankful to have this opportunity to get back to his family, to his children, and to the remainder of his life. You will not see him after this trial and all this is over. You will not see him again. Thank you very much, Judge.
The streets are garbage. How are y'all out here glorifying the streets? And these are the dudes. These are the street dudes. The streets are absolutely.
Okay. And the state has one other addition with respect to count 30. The state has no objection to this court suspending that.
No, get that
15.
systemic racism BS out of here. Watley Transpo. And this is nothing against you. This is just against this thought. He was smart enough to be able to sit on the stand and have a conversation about this. He's smart enough now to say, oh, I didn't understand it back then. So you're going to tell me he's not smart enough when he's going through and initialing every single page, every single line, to sit there and understand and read or be able to ask questions? But let's not do this victim, not on this one. Maybe we can save that for somebody else, but I don't want to hear that right now. He signed initial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Signed, dated. Let's not do that, Watley. Please, not here.
Years with the same provisions that we've listed for the court previously. And additionally, the state, in accordance with the state's representation to Mr. Wright prior to this moment, the state would have no objection to, after the defendant's successful completion of the first 10 years of this probation, of it being terminated.
He wanted to get out of jail. You know, he got probation the first time and he violated his probation by flashing a gun in a video for everybody to see, even though he knew he was a convicted felon and he shouldn't have had a gun because the school system made him catch that felony in the first place when he used a gun to get his first felony. But then he decided after that to take a gun and record it on video of him holding a gun. And that's the school system. This guy's an idiot.
All right.
Stop defending idiots.
You remember I explained to you about number 789? I try to get you the 10. I try to get you I say 7, 8, and 9. I try to get you to change at the time and you wouldn't change.
Okay. That's your testimony. All right.
Stop defending idiots.
So, of all of the factual acknowledgments contained in section 4, from 1 to 16, is it your testimony?
Comic says, come on, ClassE. You see what he is really trying and succeeding to do? He is in real time dismantling the plea deal on the stand. It's amazing. No, he's not. All I see is a convicted felon who was told, hey, man, stay away from guns. Don't have guns. Recorded and was in a video of himself holding a gun. Sounds like an idiot to me.
Testimony today that the only ones that are true fully are number 1, number 2, number 10.
That was a misstatement of the testimony.
Then Your Honor, that was a question that he can correct if I have it wrong.
Overruled.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll start over. Is it your testimony today that of all the factual acknowledgments in section 4, from 1 to 16, the only ones that are true in their entirety are number 1, number 2, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, and number 15?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to carefully read those to ensure that I've accurately stated what your testimony is.
Yes.
All right. So if number one is true in its entirety, how were the crimes you committed intended to benefit YSL?
What you talking about? What, a hand signals?
No, sir.
Oh.
No, sir. You said that it was true in its entirety, didn't you?
Yes.
Number one?
Yes.
So I'm talking about the part about committing crimes to benefit YSL. How have the crimes that you've committed how did you intend that they benefit YSL?
I guess to the street credibility.
What does that mean?
Street credibility.
What do you mean? You guessed
I guess people notice YSL.
Notice what about YSL?
We'll hunt our business, I guess.
What now?
We'll do what we got to do.
What does that mean?
Stand up for yourself.
Stand up for yourself how?
Defend yourself.
And what does that consist of for you? What did that consist of?
I don't get what you're asking.
What did you mean when you said defend yourself?
Oh, defend myself from anybody in the world.
How did you defend yourself to show that nobody should mess with YSL? What ways did you do that? Is that a fair question?
I committed a drive-by shoot.
To show you don't mess with YSL?
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Was that drive-by shooting against a rival gang member?
It don't say that in that question.
I'm asking you.
I didn't consider.
A lot of y'all are asking, why is she doing this? Why are they doing this? Because things have already fallen apart with Woody, one of their key witnesses. And now they've got another key witness that's up here not saying what she wants him to say on the stand. She could easily just have him locked up. But what purpose would that serve? I mean, they don't have much. So he could have been up out of here, but that doesn't help her out because then she doesn't have his testimony. That's why she's pushing and asking the same questions over and over and over and over.
As a rival gang member at the time.
So how was that drive-by shooting going to show anybody that you don't mess with YSL?
Because they jumped on Gunnington.
Oh, okay.
All right, Evan, and we're going to need to break early for lunch today to accommodate an issue with one of the jurors. So I don't know if I let y'all know that before, but we're going to break right now. Yes, okay. And we will break for, let's see. Let's come back at 12:45.
We're going to do some phone calls in a minute. And then we'll take an early lunch break, it looks like.
All right, unless there's anything anybody needs to put on the record, I'll see everybody back at 12:45.
I'm going to read some super chats and then we'll get into it. This is a mess. I don't know what to say. And if y'all got smoke and you want to call in, definitely please do that. Let me get to some of these super chats. Wow. Shout out to Elaine with her, Elaine with her first super chat. She dropped a 10 bomb. Just showing some love. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate you. We also have She's So Jazzy with the 5 bomb, says Miss Loves needs to pipe down and take some of that bass out her voice. I live in Fulton County. This is a complete waste of our tax dollars. So do I, and I'm not happy. Y'all make sure if you're in Fulton County, you get out and vote October 15th and do one thing and do your part to make a change here. What's going on? We're seeing it in full display. Y'all are aware. Make sure you educate yourself on all the candidates who are running, what position they're running for, their track records, so that way you can make an informed decision. October 15th here in Fulton County. We've also got Wondrous One. Oh, okay. He kind of threw me out there. Shout out to Wondrous One, says peace, classy salute from South Africa. Appreciate you, man. And then we've got Wendy just sent the 20 bomb. Oh my gosh, thank you, Wendy. Says so behind. The video of Thug says some ninjas lie on their mama, lie on their kids, lie on their brothers and sisters, and get in court and tell the God's honest truth should be killed. What does love hear? What she wants to hear. She's reaching. As usual, no surprise. No surprise at all. If y'all got smoke or you want to, or you have a question, please call in. I know we got a couple of people calling in. Hold on a second. Dang, I got a bunch of y'all calling in. Let me go ahead and get. Whoop, hold on. I missed a couple of y'all. If you want to call in, the link to call in is in the description as well as in the pinned comment in the chat. Thank you again to Wondrous One. I appreciate you being here. Let me get 706 up in here.
Call from
Jonah.
Jonah is back in here in the morning. What's up, Jonah? Talk to me,
Jonah,
man.
yes, sir.
All right, go
man,
ahead. What you got?
Question.
Yep.
Man, are they able to? They should have like a thing saying that they're not allowed to ask the same exact question, because that's just a waste of time, because they already asked the same question. So they're like, are they allowed to ask the same exact question? You know what I'm saying? Because what if this he already answered the question, like, I don't recall. Then she's asking the same exact question again. You know what I mean? So how does that work out when it comes to, like, is the judge able to say something about it, or is the
defense can object, but they haven't really been objecting to that. They have a couple of times.
Yeah, because they've been how is he a witness if he's being prosecuted practically for the crimes that he's committed? You know,
Well, what same with Woody. Like. Woody was charged with the murder of Nut, and then he got immunity. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Are they? Again, like, she's gonna come back with the same questions again. Like, are they able to? Are we able? Like, is there like a law saying that, like, we're not allowed to ask the same exact questions? Like, it doesn't even matter, really, does it?
A law saying they can't ask the same questions?
Same questions, man. They asked them the same questions. You know what I'm saying? And then, so there should be like something like, you can't. He already answered that question. Move on to the next question. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have much of a case. They're just asking the same questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing that they can do is just object. And I mean, then she could be accused of badgering. I don't know, but yeah, the only thing that the defense can do is object if they get tired of her asking the same questions over and over and over. And then
okay. Yeah, because that's what it seems like. She seems like she's badgering the whole entire she just wasted the whole entire morning. Okay.
She's really good at that.
She wasted our whole entire morning of just the same exact question, just rephrased in a different format, but it was the same thing. So, yes. And then
They can't.
And
The
then when
state,
he,
it's clear. It's just the state cannot control their witnesses. They got Woody up there, couldn't control them. They got Moontunk up here. They can't control.
they had
him
the
either.
wrong witnesses, right? They had the wrong witnesses on the
Yeah,
stand.
but this is
there.
all they got. This is all they've got, man. They don't have anything else.
Right. So when it
it's no
comes to
surprise.
Jeffrey Williams being on, being at the scene when he wasn't at the scene, you know what I mean? All these rumors, how did they tie this to him? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, when it comes to he wasn't at the scene, I feel like they don't even have the gun, right? They don't have the gun. It was in Miami, right?
Yep.
Right. So they don't have the gun. They don't have any physical evidence. They ain't got nothing. Really, they only have the rumors and a little bit of evidence of like where people were. But other than that, like they don't see Jeffrey at the scene. They don't see Jeffrey with chat saying, Did you hit? Did you do the hit? You know, all this. They don't have any of that. So,
Yeah,
how is that to come?
They just have a lot of wrong place at the wrong time. Is what it seems
that
like.
so?
So yeah, I don't know, man. I've been trying to give them some grace and to see where they want to go with this, but it's looking like they really don't have much at all, which is unfortunate.
Man, I stay tuned in, man. I love your channel, bro. So
I appreciate you,
staying
Jonah.
tuned
Yeah,
in. We going up with the Thugger Daily News. #ClassE Beats.
Salute, Jonah. I always appreciate you calling in, brother. You can call in anytime, man.
1000.
All right, be blessed. We got my dog.
Call from Real Deal Neil W.
Shout out to Floyd, the Real Deal Neil. Floyd, thank you for calling in, man. What is on your mind?
Man, a whole lot. But I think what it comes down to is these young folks. I hope they're paying attention to this. Because what they got to realize is some folks that you call your brothers, that you call your friends, they'll turn on you quicker than what you could flip a flapjack. It's crazy the way that this is going. And like I put in the chat earlier, it's different when you take that plea deal in that room by yourself. But when you got to look that man in the eyes that you telling on, it hit different, especially whenever you know that he still got power to make people move in them streets. This case for me should have never even came to this point. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I say that I hope when she get up tonight to go take a piss, she stub her pinky toe. Because, man, she's irritating me.
God dang, Floyd. That's tough, man. You trying to get her out of court? That's wild, man. Not the pinky toe. I mean, you could have picked another toe. But you're 1000% right. Like, she hasn't shown the jury anything. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm hearing this as a juror, I'm just confused. I have no idea.
And I
where
get
she's
it,
trying to
what
go.
she's trying to do, I think, from the standpoint of you're going to ask this question in different forms in order to try to trick somebody up on what it is that they said.
Right.
Like you do your kids whenever you're trying to catch them in a lie. But my thing about it, you repeat the same thing. The man that sit up here and told you, and truth be told, like, I feel like those who have lived a street life, we understand the situation that was going on, but you got the burden of proof. Like, know how to ask your questions in order to get what it is that you want. And if not, you need to call Hillary Clinton, find out what number she called to concede, and go ahead and bow out gracefully. Because right now, y'all just wasting time and money.
Yeah, I agree with you 1000%, man. I appreciate you as always, Floyd.
Hey, y'all be blessed today, man.
Yeah, thank you for calling it, and thank you for your service as well, as always.
Appreciate it.
All right, peace. Floyd is 1000% right. Oh, we got 202 calling back in. They really want to call in. Hold on a second. Let me get 202 up in
Call
here.
from
Jay.
Jay, good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. What's on your mind, man? Go ahead.
I was just wondering, in your opinion, is this going well for the defense or for the prosecutors? Because it doesn't seem like they've uncovered any evidence against the. It doesn't seem. Against the dude, except for against the dude they're trying to convict, it just seems like the dude who is.
It's all good, man. Take your time, Jay. You got it.
the dude who is on stand is only admitting the stuff that he's done.
Right.
Like it doesn't like he only admitted that he did a drive-by that he did. So
Right.
like it doesn't seem like they're uncover any evidence against them.
Yeah, and well, Woody kind of said the same thing, right? He said, "Yeah, I did what I did, but I didn't do it for YSL. I did it because I had an issue with this person, or because I had this, and y'all are trying to take everything that I did and just put it under this umbrella of YSL when Thug didn't. I mean, maybe I was cool with him, but he wasn't the one telling me, hey, go out there and shoot up this car, or, oh yeah, go get in a fight with this person."
Yeah,
And
so
that's the
it
problem that the state is having.
Yeah, it seems like the state is trying to make everything connected to, everything that was done in the reputation of YSL. And also, I don't get why the defense isn't saying, hey, why do you keep calling YSL a gang when the person on the witness stand clearly said it's just a label, like it's just a label or whatever. She keeps referring to like YSL as a gang, I guess to like show that everything that was done was like YSL is going this against rival gangs or something. But from my knowledge, the dude on the stand made it pretty clear it's just a label or whatever. And I also don't understand how you raise lyrics in songs as evidence for anything when it's supposed to be just like artistic interpretation when you're writing a song or something.
Well, here's the thing with them saying it's a gang. And again, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just somebody who enjoys studying the law. I served on the grand jury for a few months, and then I learned things about the law. But when this indictment went before a grand jury, the whole reason they're able to bring this indictment of this RICO charges up is because they brought all the charges and presented this whole case to a grand jury. And they said, okay, grand jury, do you think these things are most likely true, or most likely did happen, or they most likely didn't happen, right? So then the grand jury, they looked at everything that was presented and they said, yeah, it looks like this most likely happened. And now the district attorney's office can move forward. So they're allowed, in my opinion, again, I can't verify this and I have to do some research. They're allowed to assume certain things are true because of what the indictment shows and what the grand jury decided. So mentioning and saying it's a gang, there wouldn't be a RICO charge without it. So it's directly tied back into the indictment, in my opinion.
Okay. In your opinion, is the prosecutor doing a good job? Because it just seems to me like the prosecutor was like, let me get every single bit of questions I can ask, and maybe it'll at some point I'll land at something that'll convict this person. It doesn't seem like she has a real plan, or am I wrong about that?
No. So here's the issue, and then I'm gonna let you go, Jay. I appreciate you calling in. I'll answer your question while I let you off the phone, but thank you for calling in, man. So I'm gonna get someone else back up in here. But here's the thing about that, whether Love is doing a good job or not. It depends on what her intentions are. If her intentions were to get Antonio Sledge locked back up and for him to violate his plea agreement, then yeah, she's doing an absolutely great job. It's looking like this man is going to get everything he signed on this plea deal reversed and get thrown back in jail, right? But if her intention was to get him up here and admit and to testify that everything he said, these 20-something things he initialed, and testify to that on the stand before a jury and say that they were true, then she's absolutely failing because he's not doing that. So it really just depends on what you think her intentions are. I don't think her intentions were to get him up here and to say, oh yeah, so that plea deal, none of it was actually true, and I didn't really agree to it. Anyway, let me go ahead and call 7. I said I was going to call 707 back, or 207 back, excuse me. And shout out to Jay for calling in. I appreciate you, man. I don't think so, Mr. Vegas, because what does she benefit from that?
Hello.
Yo, 207. Welcome to the Music Morning Show. Who am I speaking with?
This is Tim.
Tim?
Yeah.
All right, Tim. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind?
Well, I want to know, how can Miss Love be sitting there saying, why is she insisting these men did these crimes in furtherance of YSL when every single one of these men sat there and covered their own ass? Wouldn't they have taken the hit if it was for the team?
Not necessarily. I mean, these guys have shown that that a lot of them are just gonna look out for themselves and that they're cowards. So being a part of a gang doesn't necessarily mean you're automatically gonna have a certain level of loyalty. It might just mean you were in the streets and YSL looked good to you, so you went over there and hung out with the YSL crew. So I wouldn't necessarily say that. But
All right, but I mean, we've seen plenty of other situations where, you know, these real gang members, they're gonna take the hit. They're not gonna, you know, if they're doing a crime for the furtherance of their gang, then that's what they do. They do the time.
Yeah, Tim,
they keep their mouth shut.
It's different times, Tim, man. These guys are built different. The definitions change. You've seen, we can't even get the definition of what a snitch is. If you were to go back, you know, to those days and maybe even ask certain gangs what a definition of a snitch is, we've seen it twice in the past 3 weeks what a snitch looks like. So, I mean,
right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think this might even go towards the defense point, to where if these guys are in a gang and they're so loyal, what you're saying, why are they all turning against each other? So I think you could argue it on both sides. I don't think the loyalty argument is a good one if you're on the defense, because these guys have shown that from top to bottom they're really not loyal.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's what, you know, puts me on the thought of, you know, they're more label than any type of, you know, like secret gang.
Yeah, and it's been shown many times that you don't have Bloods and Crips in the same gang. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm with you on that, Tim.
All right, well, have a good day.
All right, appreciate you calling in, Tim. You can call in anytime, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too.
All right, peace. Let me call back 251.
Hello.
Hey, 251. How are you? Who am I speaking with?
Oh, this Money Man Scope, bro.
Hey, Money Man. What's up, brother?
What's down, bro? What's down?
All right. Nah, I'm doing great, man. I'm blessed. Hopefully you can say the same, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right. What's on your mind?
Yeah, so first thing is, I just heard you say something about the indictment. And it's like a saying in the legal community that you can indict a ham sandwich.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's not hard to break an indictment up. You know,
for sure.
Like that's the first thing. And the second thing is, I'm really like, this whole trial got me like messed up, because
it should.
It's crazy to see black women using this system to railroad black men. And by that, I mean, they're Woody and Mouton, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's like, how does a felon in possession of a firearm warrants a RICO charge? That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you possess a firearm?
He was standing next to Thug, and he was in the video. He was in the video with Thug when he did it. So, yeah, RICO, right? It's crazy, man.
That's what. But like, it's like not hard to get people to sign a plea deal, because it's like, bro, these street dudes, don't read books.
No, for sure.
They don't. And like, as a normal citizen, I just bought a car, bro. I didn't read all of the fine print on my car loan. You know what I'm saying? This man ain't read those 13 points on that plea agreement. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't read it. He was signing it to get out of jail because he was facing 35 years, 30 years. So it's like, if you trump up some charges on some people, of course you can get some people to agree to testify, because they don't want to sit in jail for 30 years, especially when they done spent half of their life in jail already. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And
feel
the
it, man.
fact,
Listen, I feel you. I feel you. But you got guys that are sitting in jail on the other side that didn't sign plea deals, right? So I mean,
yeah,
if you're gonna make that argument, then you got to look at the dudes that are over here that didn't sign. And there's a reason they didn't sign. Maybe it was because it was a bad deal. Maybe they had better attorneys. Who knows? But at the end of the day, man, you gotta. There's got to be some accountability at some point. We can't be forever victims and say, oh, well, I just don't read. Like, you got an attorney. If you're not happy with it, don't sign. And this
agreed.
and I'm talking about Moontunk specifically. I'm not talking about the whole system or anybody else. In this case specifically, this man, he knew what he was doing. He knew. He's been in the system. He knows, he understands. He knows he was on the video and it could have got out and he could have got hit with another charge. I mean, he knew that he was going to most likely have to testify during this trial. He knew that the guys were going to find out. He knew how the court proceedings were going to go. As someone who has been in the system and understands the system, you want to talk about all these street smarts. You can't sit here and tell me that he's just blind and he's some mooktoon, that he's just blind and he had no idea what was going on. Come on, man. So
oh no, that's not what I'm saying with Mutu. What I'm saying with Mutu is that the in furtherance of YSL. I don't think he read that part. I don't think he understood that part.
Maybe
he was just putting his initials right there to get out of jail. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. Yeah, of course he wanted to get out of jail, but you got to
understand. I'm not saying it's smart. Like that's
yeah.
not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is this is how the system used to railroad a lot of people. I know people that went to jail just like this, took it to trial and everything,
right?
And had less evidence on them and still lost the case because of stuff like this. You see what I'm saying? Like it'd be like the little intricacies. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know I said that word wrong, but yeah, it'd be the little small fine points that get people railroaded, and that's my whole problem with all of this, and especially that it's black faces doing it to black faces. It's like that's fucking my head up bad, bro. Sorry for the language, but yeah, that's messing my head up bad, bro.
You're good, man. Hey, listen, like I said about Moontunk, I'm gonna say it about you. You got a choice. Everybody has a choice, and now that you have the knowledge, don't let it mess you up. Sit with it for a second. Do what you got to do. I mean, talk about it, but moving forward, you gotta make better decisions. You gotta understand.
Oh yeah, well, I've been out the street. I've been out the street since I was 16.
Listen,
so
yeah. And I'm not talking about you, and I'm glad to hear that you're on the better path. But we gotta look at this and not just be like, damn, yo, that's crazy, and then keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of your guys, a lot of the guys you hang around, they've seen what you've been able to do moving forward, making changes. They hear this stuff and they talk about it, and then they just shrug their shoulders and move on. So we got to take this information. Moontunk had the information. He could have done better. He chose to make a dumb decision, film the video, be around guys that were doing the wrong thing. And we just, I'm glad that you're saying it messed you up, because it's just going to push you to want to stay away and out of the system as much as possible. So we can do it, man. We got to keep moving the way you're moving. So I'm happy to hear that you say that. But hey, read that lease agreement, brother. Come on now.
Oh yeah, for sure. But look, I got one thing to tell everybody out here, bro. If you're gonna break the rules, bro, if you're gonna break the law, at least know the law.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't break the law if you don't know it, because it's like, you feel me? Like you gonna get railroaded like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening right here. You feel me? These boys is breaking the law and they ain't know it. And you feel me? They getting railroaded. So like, that's all I gotta say, bro. You have a nice day though.
Hey, stay up, money man. I appreciate you calling in. You can call in anytime, brother. Stay on the right path. You got it, man.
I got you, bro.
All right, appreciate it. I love that the young folks are having this conversation. Shout out to Money Man up in here. Great call. Let me answer 973.
From Naughty.
All right, we got Naughty in the building. Naughty, thank you for calling in. What's on your mind?
Hi. Thank you for having me on your platform, and you're doing an awesome job following this case.
Thank you.
Some of my thoughts. The prosecution, number one, did not vet their witnesses accordingly. They are totally making a mockery of the Fulton County justice system. But also, I wanted to point out, like, not that I promote, like, this whole gang lifestyle or anything, but they took it to social media to give them evidence. Like, if you're going to be breaking crimes, stay on social media. You know, the FBI, everybody is watching on social media. But I do feel like it's just very repetitive at this point. They're asking the same questions over and over again. I think the defense has asked for a mistrial almost like every day since they've been back in court. You know, but I just really feel like the prosecution's case is weak and they're reaching at this point. But it also goes to show, like, this gangster lifestyle leads you nowhere. There's no loyalty. And when people's backs are against the wall, they're going to look out for themselves.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Say it again.
It's just sad. You know, Woody and this new guy, they trying to flip it around and take ownership. But at the end of the day, I hope both of them get out of Georgia, to be quite honest, because they're going to be in trouble, okay? Like,
absolutely.
Snitches get stitches. I don't know if you heard, but.
Yeah. Yeah, and Naughty, I'm so glad you're saying that again. And this is the theme I want to keep going about the system. It's not even worth it to go through this. And, you know, I could have the conversation that Money Main was having, talking about if you're going to mess up, you know, make sure you understand what that means. But I'd rather just say, man, just stay out. The path for you to not be a part of this system is so simple. And even if you get put in there, like there's always a way out. We've seen guys who have done it. We just heard from Money Main. He's on the path to getting away from that. So that's the message I want to keep pushing, because once you're in here and once you're in this situation, it's the odds are stacked against you.
They're using everything against them for them just simply speaking to the police. Like, people need to know their rights. And if you do get in a situation like this, lawyer up. Let your lawyer do the talking for you, because look at Woody and look at this new guy. They're using all the information that they gave them against them now, you know. But know your rights when you are in this situation. And I think, like, with the conditions of the jail and everything, that's why they folded. They couldn't take it. It just goes to show, even the biggest gangster cowers up under pressure. You understand?
Yes, they do. They do. Things are not the same anymore. It's not like you see them in the movie. It's not all this ride or die. And if it is, it's what you said. They're staying off the internet. They're not talking about it on social media. They're not making songs about it. Like the real ones know better. So everybody's not built for this life, and everybody's not about this life. Hands down.
Just be a law-abiding citizen. It's easier. I'm sorry.
It is.
And it's less expensive, too.
Yeah.
It's less expensive. The amount of money they're spending on lawyer fees and things like that, and fines and stuff like that, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yep.
I appreciate you having me.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Naughty. I appreciate you.
All right. Take care.
All right. Peace. All right, y'all. We're going to go get some lunch up in here. My AirPods died, so that means it's time to take a break. We are going to be back at, let's be back here at 1:15. So maybe we can get a little bit of a delay. And y'all know court is going to be late from lunch too. I think we had a couple more super chats, and then I'm going to get y'all up out of here. Thank you to everybody who called. Thank you to everybody who supported the channel as well. We've got Mara in here. My dog says, if you're in Fulton County, vote for Courtney Kramer for DA. Shout out to Courtney Kramer. October 15th. If you're right here in Fulton County, make sure you get out and vote. We'll be back here at 1:15. I hope y'all enjoy your lunch. Thank you for the support. If you could, like the video on your way out and like the video on your way back in when we get back here at 1:15. Y'all know what to do. Keep growing. Keep pushing. Keep it classy. We gone. Peace.